We are going to talk a little bit, just a little bit, because we don't have a lot of time, about IoT and connectivity. I'm completely sure that you are familiar with this concept of Internet of Things, this idea that to connect physical devices in some way give life to these physical devices and connect between them. And since, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, connect with also with our everyday services like social media, WhatsApp, or many things. And the idea that we can do it with different PCBs, with our mobile phones, if we code our own applications, working with hardware like sensors, I really like, because then imagine when you design projects for your classroom, can be amazing and completely random. And for example, this one from Maze that creates this idea that do experiments with physical objects, like in that case, a beehive, sensoring these beehives with a P and some noise sensors. It's super important to understand when you design the project, which technology are you going to use. In that case, I put these ones that are the main ones, like the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, that it's easy to understand because we use normally in our everyday life. The idea also to connect with Zigbee, that probably is not super famous, but many of our autonomous devices that we have at home use them. And the good thing of this is that you need low power to use these kind of technologies. And also the LoRa one, that is the technology to connect in a long distance, and long distance means more or less 1-2 kilometers, but giving low data. So we are not doing streaming, just sending the right data, like, I don't know, the value of a sensor or something like this in a long distance, but using low power too. Okay. And to create these IoT devices, basically what you need is input, output, and a device with this Wi-Fi, with this internet connection. It could be Wi-Fi, it could be Bluetooth, or could be whatever. In that case, I use this as an example because based on this, we create these projects that I'm going to show you later. This one, for example, like censoring the plants or giving some sunlight to these boxes. But before using this, I want to explain you also this service or application or web application, because I don't know how to call now these kind of tools. That is the IFTTT, that is if this, then that. That is an idea to connect different services and also some devices through the webhooks service. That without any code, just connecting. For example, if you want to, every time that someone touch your plan, send an email, you can do it with FTTT. This is the good news. The bad news is that it's not free. I think that now they just give you one receipt, so you can do only one application for free. After this, you need to pay, but it's quite powerful and quite easy to understand how to manage them. What we did with this, the one that I explained before. So, for example, in that case, in the left part with the plan, we connect a soil sensor, and depends of the humidity of the plant, it sends a message to Twitter, for example. And we did this with just people without any code knowledge. Okay. And in the second one, the box one, it was a funny solution that some of the groups decide, that it was to ask someone just put it the box with a ring, and when the person opened the box, it received a message with a message that it's called, "Do you want to marry me?" And we also did this with IFTTT, and in that case, we knew it that the person opened the box with the LDR, the light level sensor. So it was a nice exercise because with trash we give some life to these objects. Another super nice tool, and I'm really fan of this, is the Node-RED. I don't know if you know Node-RED. Node-RED is a free and open source digital tool to connect and automatize some processes. And how it works is you have different nodes, and this is a huge community, so there's nodes for everything. And then connect these nodes with some logic. For example, in that case was the idea that when I receive a message from Telegram, it connects with ChatGPT, and the ChatGPT understand the message from the Telegram, and depends of this, do some actions. Okay. Also the nice thing is that if you know how to code, there's some nodes like the Python node that you can create your own code in Python. So it's quite powerful. You can embed it in your own server, and it's free and open source. And there's many nodes and many tutorials to do that. Okay. What else? Another one that I really fan of this, and it's I don't know if new, but it's also use the AI idea that now you don't need to to know how to connect things. Just giving the AI a prompt with the thing that you want to implement, it's generated for you without any code and knowledge. Okay. For example, in this one, I wanted to try to connect my email with the ChatGPT, so understand the email that I receive, and then send a message, answer this email with the answer that ChatGPT decides. Okay, and this is really cool because you can have an idea and test it quite easy and quickly. The bad thing is that it's not open source and it's not free. So you have some credits for the use of the AI, but without the use of the AI, you have also some free components like to create new scenarios. Yes. And this is really cool and have many modules also to connect. So I really recommend you. And what we have done with this idea of IoT in education. In that case, was not in a school, was in a science museum. And the idea is that the families with the kids build their own robots with the idea that then the kid becomes a robot and has this digital twin in an A-frame game. And the idea is, okay, how can we connect the kid through the mobile phone, and it connects to the A-frame, and then the kids can play with the physical cardboard with the A-frame game that we develop in online and virtually. Okay, and the box has another MCU, so a PCB with Wi-Fi, and it's really nice because then you can get some data in real time. So you can have the kids playing in the game, and then you can receive some data about how, the time that they need to prepare the box, the robot, how many time they spend playing with the game. So also this is another idea of the IoT things, that it's not just connect, it's not just communication, it's also getting some data and visualize this data. Okay. What else? In another exercise with teachers around Europe, we did the same idea of Santi at the beginning, explained you the Smart Citizen Kit. So what we did here is try to prototype this idea of measure the noise you have around you, but with the use of the mobile phone. So in that case, we use the API Mentor with the noise sensor that we already have in our mobile phones. And once they have developed the application, that it's with block coding, the block coding, then we use the Node-RED to receive the information from the different devices and put the result, so the data, the noise level, in a map. Okay. So in real time, we can have, in that case, it was a distributed experience. So we have teachers around Europe, and the idea was to share these noise levels, but in a distributed way, and also visualize this in a map. And it was not super difficult. These different examples. Maybe the first one, the robot one, requires a lot of preparation before, but once we have all prepared, the families and the kids can prototype in a couple of hours. And in the case of the how noisy is your city, once you understand the workflow of the app inventor, it becomes quite easy to understand. And code in Node-RED is quite intuitive. At the beginning, requires some time because you need to check how many nodes you have, which are the different nodes that you have. If you have some missing, you can install a new one. But once you have prepared your system, then code with this one is quite easy. And the good news with Node-RED is that now you can, at the beginning, in the first version, just one person can interact with the node environment. But now in the new versions, you can have more than one person connected, coding together. So you can do this pair coding, and it's really nice.